I would always describe Balanchine's style firstly as musical, secondly dynamic, and dancey.
Balanchine's style of ballet is all about the music. And to me, his ballets are a visualization of the music.
The way he choreographed is so musical that you feel like you have to dance to it. And there was some genius behind that as well. I always find there's a geometry to his ensemble patterns. If you filmed it from the top, it would look like those Busby Berkeley dancers. But the patterns are so interesting that most choreographers, I think, a circle and a straight line and a diagonal, and he just makes patterns. So almost being up in the flies might be an interesting aspect for somebody to watch from.
I have been staging Balanchine's ballets for more than 50 years now. I've staged about 25 of his works. The ballets that I love staging are Serenade, of course, Four Temperaments I love to stage, Theme and Variations that I'm doing here I also love to stage, Concerto Barocco, Square Dance. I love every ballet of his. I'm asked which is my favorite. Usually it's the one I'm working on, is honestly the answer.
I have danced at least 10 Balanchine ballets. I've danced Donizetti Variations, Apollo, Who Cares, Theme and Variations, Symphonie Concertante, Bourrée Fantasque, Tchaikovsky Pas de Deux. Theme and Variations would be my most favorite.
Theme and Variations is definitely one of his more classical works, and it was done for ABT for Alicia Alonso and 𝗕𝗓𝗓𝗧𝗓𝗗 back, I think, in 1946.
It's the most, I would say, classical of all of them, without being too fixated on technique.
It's very regal, beautiful tutus, and a challenge for the dancers. It's a very difficult ballet, especially for the principals. Actually, the corps and the demi-soloists are also very difficult.
There's a sense of Americana with that sort of jutting of the hips and speed. The speed is remarkable, especially for the female variations. It's very quick, but fresh.
It just makes you realize why you've done class all your life, and it makes you feel so good that you've accomplished something wonderful.
Some ballets, when you're in a tutu, they become very staid and very oldie-worldly with the E at the end. This is very fresh and very vibrant, and I think that's what makes it so exciting. And it's all in 22 minutes. You've got everything in there. When I'm coaching the dancers in this particular ballet, I think coming from my experience is not that I want them to dance it like I did. What I'd like them to do is to understand the dynamism and the musicality, but also to not be afraid of it, to actually go for it. It requires the dancer to take a risk, to take a chance.
They're understanding what has to go into this, the technique, the fineness of the footwork that has to be there. The port de bras, the arm movements are quite different than stuff they've done before.
They're adaptable and they're very quick, and I love that. I love that they're willing to try.
They're eating it up. They love doing Balanchine, I can tell. It's a wonderful challenge for them, but I think that they're going to come up to the task.